Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden, and today I'm over at Costco. I need to pick up a bunch of snacks for my daughter's winter guard competitions, and I'm going to go ahead and check out what they have regarding spring bulbs, roses, plants, things along those lines. Okay, so I love buying bulbs at Costco. They're very cheap. And they're very good quality. It's typically Longfield Gardens, which is a good quality bulb. And so I'm really excited to get in there. I'm surprised, like I heard that they're here now at the Costco. I haven't seen them, but I'm surprised that they weren't here earlier because a lot of other Costco's in the area have theirs out. I don't know if this Costco just didn't get their inventory out. Maybe it was just hanging out in the back of the warehouse. I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited to get in there and see what they have. I'll talk to you all about what they have, what I've grown, whether it was a success or a failure, and then at the end I'll do a haul because we all know I'm going to buy something. Okay, so here we are. They have a lot in. I will say I see the typical Longfield Gardens, that's a great company, and these are great bulbs. Over here I see different packaging. I don't really see like what this company is. I almost think it's Costco. Because it talks about Costco.com. So I feel like this is all through Costco's company. Maybe they have purchased a nursery or something. But let's start over here. So over here is a set of basically bulbs and plants that you would need to create a particular like container. So like right here, you can see it has all the elements you need to create that particular container. And then it has other sets for perennial gardens and stuff that's already kind of all been selected for you, which is kind of cool. So, you know, like right here, it's 18 bulbs, caladium bulbs for 20 bucks. Comes with different varieties: Red Flash, Carolyn Wharton, White Christmas, and White Queen, which is really pretty too. But I do like a lot of these where it's like a pre-done container for you. So you've got everything you need for here, and the big elephant here. It comes with 8 bulbs, so you just plant everything up to get this container. It's pretty cool. I mean, that's a good size container for 20 bucks. There's another one where they've done caladiums in canna called Banana Punch. Now here's elephant ear. It's 15 bulbs for 20 bucks. The bulbs definitely feel like the smaller of the bulbs. So it says it goes up to 48 inches. So these are the smaller elephant ear bulbs. Okay, so this is the whole border. So 15 bulbs is not just the elephant ear bulbs. So you get 12 of the John Pete caladium, which I've grown this caladium before. It's beautiful. And then you get 3 of the elephant ear bulbs. So then you plant them out, all your caladiums across the bottom, and then you put your elephant ears across the back. That's pretty cool. Here's one that they say is for like a hummingbird garden. So you got a daylily in here, crocosmia, and then a gladiolus blaze mix. So it's 70 bulbs. So on the back you get 5 of the daylily, 25 of the gladiolus, and 40 of the crocosmia. This has really good information. Even talks about how to lay things out, which is very cool. Wow, these are interesting. So over here they have a set of peonies, 7 plants, and it says it's a double mix, lactiflora peony, so 7 for 20. Over here is an oriental hybrid lily mix, 24 bulbs for 20. That's nice. It's a good price. And that looks like it has like stargazer in it, which is really pretty. Here's one that's like a cut flower garden. So it comes with lilies, the Dutch iris called Discovery, in a gladiola mix, 75 bulbs. So 10 of the lily, 35 of the discovery iris, and 30 of the gladiolus. This one has phlox, daylily, hollyhocks. Y'all know I won't grow hollyhocks, but not bad. And then down here is all dahlias. So it looks about 12 tubers for 20 bucks. And it actually has the varieties instead of just saying a mix. So Garden Wonder, Sun Lady, Arabian Nights, I've tried and failed with that one, and Graceland. Shows the size. There's a lot of really good information on the back here, which is pretty fabulous. This one is called their Lavender Blush collection. Thomas Edison, Lavender Perfection, I have grown before. Lilac Thyme, and LeBaron. Shows the height of everything. Shows you how to space them out. Very cool. This one is Dahlia Daybreak collection. Let's see, Holly Houston, Lilac Thyme, Thomas Edison, and Sunset Tropicana. And then the last one is called Periwinkle Plum collection. I'm literally sitting on the floor, y'all. Breakout, Bluebell, LeBaron, and Rip City. All right. Okay, over here is all of the Longfield Garden bulbs. There's a lot. So let's go through. I'll talk about the ones I have grown and the ones that I have had success and failures with. So Croxmia, I have not grown before, but it's an excellent cut flower. So it's 60 bulbs for $13.99. Elephant ears, I'm picking these up, and these are definitely the smaller. These are not the jumbo elephant ears, so that's important to know. These are only about 36 inches tall, so it's 2 bulbs for $13.99. Now, I did plant 2 crinum last year, so I'm really excited to see them bloom this year. These are nice sized bulbs in here for crinum. Now, where I planted them last year, y'all told me I did not have enough room, so I'm probably gonna have to move them this year. Those are beautiful. Back here is freesia. It's a pretty mix. 90, so single blue, single red, and single yellow. 90 for $13.99. It says the varieties back here. Gives lots of great information. Here is Dutch iris, different than bearded iris. So Dutch iris is excellent for cut flowers. They don't necessarily return reliably in my area, but this is called the Summer Sky Mix. It's 100 of them for $13.99. About 20 inches tall, which is great for cut flowers. All right, so let's look at callas. We have this, which has great velvet and garnet glow. It's 6 callas for $13.99. So 3 of each. The great velvet, which is 18 inches tall, and the garnet glow, which is 20. Next we have gold crown and royal plum. The gold crown is 20 inches tall, and the royal plum is 20 inches tall. Both still really good for cut flowers. The next one we have is Odessa, Crystal Clear, and Twilight. So you get 2 of the Odessa, which are 24 inches tall. That's nice and tall. But then the other ones are shorter. So 2 of the Crystal Clear at 16 inches and 2 of the Twilight at 16 inches. At 16 inches, you're getting pretty short for a cut flower. But that's a beautiful mix. All right, we do have a caladium here called Kathleen. Not grown that variety before. We have some elephant ears, which are a little bit different. They have like a little bit of a darker look and texture. These are kind of fabulous, called Aloha. They feel small in here. So these only get to about 36 inches tall. Those are beautiful. Another caladium, Red Flash. Fanning Munson. Oh, look at this elephant ear called White Lava. Well, that's fabulous. 2 for $13.99. And summer through fall, it's about 48 inches tall. But wow, that's super cool. I love those. Florida Cardinal. All right, and then we've got some canna lilies. Now, I wasn't really happy with my canna lilies last year. I grew Miss Oklahoma and I did not love them, but this one is City of Portland. And this one over here is called the President. There is another set of elephant ears in here. There's 9 bulbs in here, which these are definitely smaller bulbs. I don't think these are the jumbos. So these are about 48 inches tall. I'm really grateful that they have the varieties listed instead of just saying mixed. It really helps for research. So the next row we're going to go to is lilies, and I'm kind of psyched about this one. Oh, I'm now sitting on the floor. Let me take this one out first. So this one right here is called Casablanca. Beautiful, gorgeous white lilies. 16 lilies for $13.99. Casablanca is hardy in zones 4 to 9 and grows to a height of 36 inches. I'll leave that out for a second so I can get this one out. This one is a mix of 2 varieties. One is called Special News and one is called Chartwell. You get 8 of the Special News, which is hardy zones 4 to 9 and is 40 inches tall. And you get 8 of the Chartwell, which is hardy zones 4 to 9 and 35 inches tall. These are pretty. And then we have our traditional Stargazer. You get 16 of these. Hardy zones 4 to 9, 40 inches tall. The next set is called Royal Sunset and Breakout Mix. So you get 8 of the Royal Sunset, which is hardy in zones 4 to 9, 48 inches tall. And Breakout, which is an unusual color, it's really pretty. Hardy zones 4 to 9 and 45 inches tall. It's interesting that they suggest other ones that you might like. Okay, this one is beautiful. So you get 10 in this one. It's called Salmon Star. And these are hardy in zones 4 to 9, 36 inches tall. These are stunning. I like those a lot. Okay, and then here you get a mix. 16 bulbs. It's a summer explosion mix. So it doesn't tell you what the varieties are, but they are about 36 inches tall, hardy zones 4 through 9. Those look great. Really pretty colors, especially for the summer. Okay, next we have dahlias. I'm not going to really dive into dahlias because I'm growing mine all from seed. But if you're wanting to grow dahlias in my particular area, definitely start with less expensive tubers until you figure out what works best for your area. So in this particular variety, we have Cordessa and Purple World. Next we have Royal King and Bacardi. And then here we have Edinburgh and Lilac Bowl. And then we've already looked at those. Already looked at these white queen caladiums. These are pretty freaking gorgeous. Wow. These are about 20 inches tall. Those are beautiful. All right, we have more dahlias back here. We have Labyrinth and Terrell. We have Bacardi and Diva, and I have grown Diva before and failed on it. We have LeBaron and Great Silence. We have Calvin Floodlight, which I have grown before and failed, and Thomas Edison. We have Mingus Alex and Lady Darlene, and I have grown Lady Darlene before and failed. And then we have Promi, which is the purple one, which is very cool looking, and White Perfection. Okay, so we're going to move over to the next set. Some of them are repeats and some of them are new. Now, Liatris, you can get 80 Liatris bulbs, Blazing Star bulbs, for $13.99, which is, I mean, just amazing. I love Liatris and I love growing it in my garden. And it usually blooms about June for me. So 80 bulbs, 32 inches tall. And these do come back reliably for me every year. I do we'll say they need to be divided out every couple of years. So there's anemone corns. It's a little late for anemone corns in my area, but these are best to get in the fall. But they are still available, so you could buy them and then just try to hold on to them till the fall. These are only about 12 inches high, so these are not what I would choose for cut flowers. Carolyn Morton, Dutch iris again, 100 of them. Freesia, which we looked at, and the Crocosmia. White Queen we looked at. We looked at this one. I don't think we looked at this one. Calla lilies, Valencia and Morning Sun. The Valencia are 16 inches tall and the Morning Sun is 18 inches tall. Right here we have the berries and cream, which is pretty. Berries and cream mix, all about 16 inches tall. All right, we have another canna. This is called Pretoria. More elephant ears we saw. We saw this one. Saw this one. We saw this one. We saw this one. And we saw all of these lilies. Now these are some newer dahlias. You got the Procyon and Sissa. Blue Boy, which I have tried before and failed. And Crazy Love, which I have tried before and failed. Fire and Ice and Heat Wave. That looks really cool. And we looked at that Calla lily. And then here's a canna mix with Yellow King Humbert and King City Gold. All right, more dahlias. We looked at that one. This one is called Trooper Dan and Maxine. This one, I don't want to butcher it. I'll put those on below. Summer Flame and Garden Wonder. Rosella and Red Runner. And then Purple Trujillo and Norderwick's Glory. Okay, and over here they have some basically bare root roses, and it looks like you get 2 sets of roses per package, and they are $15.99 each. So we can look in here, and you can already see some buds coming up, which is nice. Let's have some planting instructions. It doesn't have a lot about any particular rose. This one is Queen Elizabeth. We have Della Reese. It's pretty. Love and Peace. White Lies. White Lies. Angel Face. That's pretty. I looked at Della Reese already. And these are all Angel Face down here. Della Reese again. Looks like it's all the same varieties. Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, all the same ones. Queen Elizabeth, Angel Face. Yeah. Love and Peace. Yep, all the same varieties down here. Okay, you can usually find good prices on containers here as well. This one is ceramic at $44.99. Here are their resin planters, which are a good price. So these are 22 by 16 for $20 each. They come in a couple different colors. And the smaller three packs are $19.99. They kind of have like a faux wood grain on them. Okay, they do have a bunch of citrus trees out for $29.99 each. So let's see if we can look at varieties. I have to be careful because I try not to get other people's faces. Sorry, I can't. I'm just trying to get around. All right, so here is a page mandarin, and y'all know I'm not familiar with citrus trees, so I'm just kind of showing y'all the varieties in case it's something you're looking for. So thornless key lime, Poncan mandarin, Persian lime, look at this variegated over here. This is in a variegated, Eureka variegated pink lemon. All right, I'm climbing in here for y'all. Sunburst tangerine, improved Meyer lemon, Dancy tangerine, let's see a lot of the same. Improved Meyer. There's some beautiful ones of improved Meyer. Oh, should I get a tree? I mean, everybody says I should grow a Meyer. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that, y'all. That's a lot of responsibility. I did it. I bought a citrus tree. I know nothing. Not one darn thing about growing citrus. So I'll probably do a video and play this up with the research that I've done for it and let y'all follow along to see if I kill this. I do know one thing, that this is only cold hardy up to about 30 degrees. So obviously it gets colder here in my area than 30 degrees. So this guy will be potted up and he will need to be brought in during freezes, during cold weather, or put in a greenhouse to stay above 32 degrees. So that is something that's really important. That's probably the biggest thing that I need, people need to know at that point. At this point, if you do decide to invest in something like this. Why did I choose to invest in this particular one? It is an improved Meyer lemon. First of all, it smells amazing. The blooms are just stupid good. I liked its shape. These three nice clean branches I thought was really good. Thought the size was good. And at $30, I don't feel super guilty if it doesn't make it. I've seen a lot that are a lot more expensive for about the same size tree. And I've seen a lot that are a lot less expensive for like a stick. This, I like this. Three nice branches coming off of it. I think it works really well for what my needs. So this will be really fun to explore. I'm super excited about my citrus tree. But let's talk about what I did end up buying from Costco. Now, one of the first things I want to say is I was really disappointed that there weren't gladiolas. The only gladiolas I saw were in a package where it was 3 different varieties all in one, 3 different varieties of bulbs, not just gladiolas. And so I didn't really see anything. I was totally disappointed in that. So I don't know if I'll go check out Costco. I was really looking to get a few more gladiolas for my project that I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be growing all my gladiolas in grow bags this year. Little disappointed on that. But let's talk about the other amazing things I found. Now, I did pick up this set of calla lilies. I had picked up some calla lilies at Walmart, and I actually have a lot of calla lily bulbs that my parents dug up out of their yard. They're actually right here. And they've actually got growth points coming up. They're at the point where they need to get planted up. So that'll be a project coming up pretty quickly. The ones that my parents gave me are really tall orange ones, like maybe 3-4 foot tall. So those will be really fun to grow for cut flowers. And then this variety that I picked up is Gold Crown and Royal Plum mixed in. So it is 6 calla lily bulbs and it was $13.99. And they both bloom in the summer. Their height is about 20 inches. It doesn't give a lot of more information regarding that, which is a little bit of a shame. I thought it would have more information on here. But it is what it is. When I go to plant these, I'll give you way more information about each individual bulb, such as the hardy zones and things along those lines. I have found that my callas really do love full sun. They can handle a little bit of light shade, especially afternoon shade in my particular area. But these are long-lasting cut flowers. So if you've never grown calla lilies before, it's an excellent way to bring in flowers at a time of the year where there's not a ton of other things blooming, which is great. Okay, next I picked up a whole bag of the liatris. Now I dug up all my liatris this last year and they're over here in the corner somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if they're still good or not. I'm probably going to pot them up to see if they actually grow anything and then decide. So that's why I went ahead and picked up this liatris, because I dug up all those liatris because they had stopped blooming. And I had read that if they aren't divided and separated every few years, that they'll stop blooming. So I was like, oh, they need to be divided and separated. So I pulled them out and I cut them all in half. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. We'll see. And so with that in mind, and with it in mind that I totally forgot about them and tucked them into the corner and they've just been sitting there for months, I'm kind of like, I don't know if they're going to come back. So I picked up another set. Now, Liatris Blazing Star, you can get it in white or you can get it in purple. Every time I've purchased the white, it ends up blooming purple. They're not white, so that sucks. Let me know if anybody has a resource where you've gotten the white liatris, because I'd really like to grow some. These are excellent for cut flowers. Big time for pollinators. Very interesting bloom. They're about 32 inches tall, so they're a really good like mid-size plant that you can tuck behind like some other, you know, maybe 24-inch tall perennial, and then have these coming up behind it, which is really fun. And I actually even enjoy their foliage, which is kind of like a grassy look, which looks really nice too. But these will be really fun to grow as well. 80 bulbs for $13.99. Okay, and continuing a new obsession with elephant ears, because I did get some of the jumbo elephant ears at Walmart on the same day. I went to Walmart and Costco on the same day, and that's why you're seeing these videos back to back, because just want to get it out there. Now that those bulbs are out, I want to let y'all know as soon as possible so that you can go out and get the bulbs you want. No gatekeeping here at She's a Mad Gardener. Okay, the first variety I got is White Lava. I'm just so drawn to this beautiful white variegation through the center, like a heavy white variegation with almost like a purple burgundy center. It's absolutely stunning. I'm just so excited about it. It says it can take sun to shade. If this does well in shade, I would love to have this in the shade garden, because can you imagine this like this bright white stripe variegation in the shade garden would be beautiful. So it was 2 bulbs for $13.99, and these are about 48 inches tall, which is really nice because it's not overwhelming. A lot of the jumbo elephant ears can get like 60 inches tall. And then these are going to have leaves summer through fall. Now, I'm not familiar. I do believe that elephant ears have to be dug up in our area, not because of our typical temperatures, but because of our crazy temps that we get every once in a while in the winter. And so that'll be an investigation I'll have to go into and decide if I need to dig these up each season. I really don't want to dig them up each season. I really hope that they'll just do fine. I know a lot of people in my area treat elephant ears like they're annuals. Now, the next variety I got is the darker one. It's called Aloha. It has like a dark purple blackish tone to it, and then like green variegation. Absolutely beautiful. It is sun to shade as well, and these are about 36 inches tall, so a little bit shorter. I also thought this would be cool in the shade garden, and but I have other places too. It might be really cool to take one of each, because there's 2 of each. So maybe plant one of each in the shade garden and one of each out in full sun and do an experiment and see the difference between them. That would be really fun and interesting. This will be my first year with elephant ears, and looks like I'm going to start with 3 different varieties. So that'll be really fun to explore. I like the idea of elephant ears specifically because of the drama that they create. the whimsical quality that they create with these massive leaves, and they are going to be adding some height to my garden, which is one of my big goals for my garden this year. Okay, and then finally, I got some lilies. The first set I got is Casablanca, and we use Casablancas in Wedding World all the time. Absolutely beautiful, pure white, ruffled edging, lots of beautiful detail. When you harvest these for your garden, you want to make sure that you remove the pollen portion in the center. Just use a paper towel and gather them up, pull them off, because it does stain, and it will stain the flower as well. And these are full sun, and they are perennials, so they should return year after year for me. They bloom during the summer, and these are about 36 inches tall. It does say that these are hardy zones 4 through 9, and they're suitable for zones 1 through 11. So if you're in a colder or hotter zone, you can still grow these. They just won't necessarily overwinter or make it through the hottest parts of your summer. But 16 bulbs for $13.99. Very pleased with the prices that I saw at Costco. Plus I'm feeling this bag right now, and it is just chocked full of bulbs. So that's really exciting as well. And then the final one that I got, the one I'm most excited about, is the Salmon Star Lily. I am obsessed with how absolutely gorgeous this plant is. It is a full sun as well. It basically has like a soft peachy blush shading to it with a little bit of speckling, and the speckling is like a darker rust rosy color, which is really nice. And it definitely has the wavy edges, which is more for an oriental lily versus an Asiatic lily. And it was 10 of the Salmon Star bulbs for $13.99. They are 36 inches tall, and they are hardy in zones 4 through 9, suitable for zones 1 through 11. So really excited to give them a try. I'm pretty psyched. I'm really excited about the lilies. So I also got some stargazer lilies at Walmart yesterday, and it's going to be really fun. I think I'm adding 5 new varieties of lilies. Does that sound right? I think that's right. I think I'm adding the double tiger lily, I'm adding stargazers, I'm adding salmon star, I'm adding Casablanca, and there's one more that I can't recall which one that is. So I am adding 5 new varieties of lilies this year. And since they are perennial, it'll be really fun since they'll come back year after year. The thing about lilies too is they're going to get taller every year they come back. They'll eventually top out, but they tend to be shorter. They're a couple of feet their first year, and they get a little taller and then a little taller. So that is something. I don't need a 3-foot stem, but still it'll be fun to have a little bit of height in the garden with those. Okay, so that was a really fun shopping trip. I also ended up picking up citrus trees for Kristen. She wanted them for her new property, so I ended up picking 2 of the Meyer lemons for her, and the thornless key lime. Now, I did not get those until the next day. I called her, and she was like, oh, can you go back and get the citrus trees? So I went back and got those for her. The pink lemons were already gone, already sold out. So I was like, that sucks, because she wanted 2 of those as well. But I did get her some of those as well. And I will chat with her prior to doing a video on potting up my citrus and get some information from her and some tips for her, because she's grown citrus for a while. And I know she usually just pulls it under her patio and wraps some plastic around it during the winter time. So we'll do a little bit more research regarding that. Okay, so this sets me up for a lot more videos I'm excited about. I am going to be starting a lot of these bare roots and bulbs inside now. Okay, we're not waiting on all of this. So specifically, when I have massive bulbs like this, 80, like a massive count, I'm not going to be starting these. These will be directly planted outside. I'm also not going to be starting my lilies inside. These will get planted directly outside. For things like my calla lilies, where it's a smaller bulb, I might go ahead and get these started inside, and I'll probably start them in like a quart-sized container. Like a quart-sized container like this. Go ahead and get them started and make sure that they're good to go, which will be nice and kind of give me a jump on their growth. And I'll definitely go ahead and start my elephant ears. I'll be starting these in gallon containers just to go ahead and get them to start leafing out, which I think will be really good. I won't plant them actually outside until after my last freeze date, which is March 15th. However, if you follow Roy with Ponder on Weather, and that's the guy that I follow in my particular area, he does national stuff, but he really specializes in the North Texas area. I follow him on Facebook, and he's like, yeah, there's nothing happening. We're going to have maybe some light freezes, but no more crazy polar vortex, no more crazy weather, knock on wood. So that's really exciting because now I really want to like get into gear with getting stuff planted or getting stuff started. So I will definitely have videos coming up. I'll do videos specializing in the elephant ear, specializing in the lilies, specializing in the calla lilies, specializing in bare root, showing you how to get those bare root plants started. If you bought bare roots from the store, you can go ahead and get those started inside now utilizing grow lights, which works really good. And then that'll give you a jump on those plants instead of waiting for another month to get them planted outside. However, if you want to plant them outside, you can plant them outside. I suggest after the last freeze, but that is what I suggest because I'm a little bit more safe on those kind of things, especially with bare root, because you want it to have the opportunity to establish itself with a good root system prior to having to deal with a freeze. So that's one of the important things with bare root. But we'll go into that and I'll have some more in-depth videos of that coming up soon. All right, you all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know you love these shopping videos. I do too. There's a lot of them right now, because that's what's happening right now. Everything's available to purchase. So there's a lot of shopping videos. We're almost out of shopping time. Now is the time where I'm just planting, growing, working in the garden. I am about to start cutting back all the perennials that have gone dormant, and start fertilizing and start picking up the watering schedule. And we're going to be a go for spring. I'm very, very excited. All right, you all, if you're enjoying the journey and you want to grow along with me, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Every time you do these things, that help grow my channel so much. If you do not enjoy writing a comment, because some of y'all write a little comment, some of y'all write a book, some of y'all just put an emoji, I read all of them and I try to comment on all of them. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Either myself or some of the other really wise gardeners in this group will come through and help answer those for you. And make sure you check me out on my social media outlets, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.